So welcome to my review of the Sega Classics Collection, and I'm doing the review on the PS4 version, there's an Xbox version, and I believe it's coming to Steam as well. And what this is a collection of old Mega Drive games, Sega Genesis games from my childhood and from your childhoods as well. How is this? I gotta start by saying I really love getting these collections. I got this here. This is the Sonic Ultimate Genesis Collection. Back in the day, I got this on the 360. And this was my most played game on that machine. I absolutely loved it. I loved all the unlockables on there. Unlocking like Phantasy Star, all that kind of stuff. I loved it. And I think why I like these collections so much is it gives younger people a chance to play some of the games that us old guys and gals played back in the day, and just to experience what these games were like. And the one thing I want to say is there's 50 games, and I'm not going to list all of them. I'll just show them right here. I'll just go through all of the list. And what's amazing is there's Phantasy Star in there, there's Shining Force, Sword of Vermilion, Space Harrier, Alex Kidd, E-SWAT. It doesn't stop. There is so many games in there. Shining in the Darkness. There's so many really, really good games. 50 games to go through. You can highlight them. You can pop them in your Genesis, which is really great. You can go in and change the filter settings to make it look a little bit more how you would like. Maybe make it look like it did back on a TV back then. You can also change the borders. You could just have black borders or like a grid border or some different kinds of designs. You can change the audio a little bit, just bumping up the sound effects and the music a little bit. What else is there? There's challenges you can do. One of the challenges I was doing, it was so funny, and I wish I recorded it. I wish I recorded myself playing it, was where you play, like, there's a challenge for each style of game there. One of them was for Revenge of Shinobi. And you have to go through the entire first level and finish that first level with just having one bar left. And you have like multiple bars there, but you have to have one only. And I couldn't believe how I was laughing in the other room, how challenging it was, because it's easy to avoid the enemies. You can do that and just kill them. But by the time you get to the end of the level, there's a whole bunch of enemies right by where you have to exit. And there's a hearts there. So I would get screwed up fighting the enemies, and I'd accidentally get the hearts and bring me back up. So you can do these challenges, which is really, really good. There's also online modes, and I try to connect to those. I think because I'm playing the game before it's out, those weren't up and running, unfortunately. But that'd be really cool to play Streets of Rage with your friends, and that's one thing that I would really like to do. One of the things I really like here is that you can save anywhere within the game, but here's the thing you're gonna love. This thing is, I tested this out quite a few times. While you're playing a game, especially an old school game, and you die, back in the old days you had to start right from the beginning of the level again. Not so anymore. You can save wherever you want, but here's the kicker. You can rewind yourself going back to where you made the mistake and not make that mistake again. And it's so funny, sometimes I would rewind and I'd fight the same enemy, I'd die again. I'm like, oh, come on, John, get the hell out of here. But it's really nice to be able to do that. And you can also fast forward the game. So if you're really good at playing a certain game, you can fast play it, which is kind of insane. I couldn't even imagine doing that in Revenge of Shinobi. That would be absolutely madness. But I really like the package here. And the one thing that I don't know at this point, I'm going to be dead honest, is that I don't know if there's any unlockables in the game. I haven't done a lot of research on it online. I am playing this early. I've reached out to some people who were playing the game as well, and they haven't unlocked anything as well. The only reason why I bring that up is in this version of the game, the older collection that came out back on PS3 and as I say on the 360, there was a way to unlock arcade games. So you do something in Shinobi, Revenge of Shinobi, and you unlock the arcade game. I forget all the different ones you did, but I remember you could unlock Phantasy Star 1 in here. And I remember Fantasy Zone, if I'm not mistaken, as well. And I really liked that. And I'm really hoping that there's unlockables on this version. At this present point, I do not know. Let me know down below in the comments if you've read somewhere they're going to have this. I did a little bit of research I couldn't find anything. So, but anyways, how is this collection? It's a reasonable price. That's what's really good about it. 50 games. And, you know, a lot of people are playing the 3DS and they're all 2D games. That's what this is, folks, for anybody out there who's never experienced some of the great Sega Genesis love from back in the day. Go play Sword of Vermilion. Go play the Shining Force series. These games are incredible. Shining Force and a lot of these games really hold up well to this day. Really, honestly, the graphics are stunning. The gameplay is really good. Shining Force, great strategy game. Phantasy Star 4 is on here. Great RPG. Probably the best RPG on the Genesis back then. So, you know, was I going to dislike this collection? Absolutely not. I'm going to sing its praises. I'm really happy with it. I like a lot of the options they have there. I love the case of video games that you can just go and choose and pop it in, play some of that. It's really wonderful. And you don't have to go and collect all these old expensive games. They're all in one collection for you that you can play at any time and save wherever you want and pick up and play, you know, as I say, whenever you want. It's so cool. So anyways, guys, until next time.